What's up, fam? Wave Runner Graphics here. Kahan Knight, CEO. You know the CEO, or you could call me HB, whatever. Alright, so I'm about to give y'all like 5 tips for graphic design. You know, making art covers, or it could be anything. But anyways, I want to start with these 5 tips for y'all. The first one, use the right color scheme for your project that you're working on. So what I'm basically saying is use the right color scheme for your project. You don't want to, say you're working on a Christmas project or a Halloween, like a decorative project. You don't want to use red and blue. Those are 4th of July colors. You don't want to use that on a Halloween project or Christmas. I mean, Christmas has red, but it's usually red and green, or red, white, you know, instead of red, blue. You know, just think about the color scheme before you start a project. Second one, use the correct typography. Typography makes or breaks a project, because you don't want to use the wrong typography for a project. Say it's like a what is those, trifold or something, a trifold business card. You want to use more of a sans serif, or not no serif. Use a sans serif font. I'll make a video breaking down all the different font types, but a sans serif or a slab serif would be perfect for that, for the header, a slab serif. And then you will do your your little information in sans serif. That's good for that. But always be aware of the right typography. Don't you could use decorative typography, but it's you're always taking a risk. I learned that in college. The teacher, I tried to use a decorative font, and she said it's decorative fonts will get out of they'll look timey, and you don't want to use really trendy fonts. You want to use a font that'll last long. Third one, don't steal artwork from other artists. Basically, don't go on Google or Bing or whatever type of search engine. Don't go in there and take some artwork and just slap the artist's name, or just slap picture. You can't do that. You have to get royalty-free pictures or take your own pictures. Don't steal anybody's pictures or artwork off Google. Basically, I'm trying to think the way you could get around. The way you could get around it is if you use a PNG off Google or something, a PNG of a picture of money, or a picture, say it's something for a business, a picture of building. I don't know, whatever. But don't steal pictures off the internet. Don't take pictures off the internet if they're not royalty free. Don't use them. I wouldn't recommend it, because it'll come back on you in the end. Oh yeah, fonts too. Do not use. Alright, you could use fonts that say personal use only. You could use all fonts. Let's get that straight. But if you're doing something for a client, try to use a font that's for commercial use. Don't use any fonts that's for personal use, because the cover, the business card or the project you're doing for the client, they want to be able to sell that and make revenue off it. So stray away from personal use only fonts, or you could purchase the fonts for commercial use and all that. The 4th tip, always brainstorm before starting a project. Alright, say you're doing a logo or something, you always want to brainstorm. You see how you could just jot little sketches down, brainstorm, write stuff down. Try to I mean, you don't have to make a whole bunch of compositions of it. I mean, it depends on the project. It really depends on the project. Say if you're doing a poster for an event or something, me personally, I would do probably 3 compositions, sketch up 3 compositions, not fully compositions. I'll break that down. I'll get the best one out of the 3, and then break it down in 2, and if she or he or she likes the 2 out of the, I'll make those 2 digital, you know, and then they can pick whatever one they want to use, or if they want to use both of them, you know. Yeah, so yeah, don't just don't jump into Photoshop or your any software you're using. Don't just jump into it without really brainstorming, so you could like try to get the best idea. All right, step 5, get as much info as you can from the client. And I say this, like, I know some clients, they're hard to work with, but in the end, it'll be better if you try to push them, juice them out as much information as you can. Like say the client doesn't know what he or she wants, and you just ask them questions like, what are some logos that you like, so you could you know, get their taste, like, you know, get used to their taste, you know. That's what question you could ask them, you know. Just try your best to juice them out of much info that you can, you know, because you don't want to do like a whole logo or something, or a whole project, and the client says they don't like it, and then you'll have to start it all over, and it's just a complicated process. So if you can, get as much information as you can from the client, and yeah, your projects come out professional looking, all that, you know what I'm saying. All right, so these are 5 tips, or I don't know, these are tips from Wave Runner Graphics, from HB Quan Knight, CEO. You know, hey, don't ride the wave, be the wave. Grah.